Hello children, today we are going to discuss the previous questions from the board because as if you see the exercise questions in your text they are very simple to solve, but in the board questions that the same type of questions won't come. There are different types of questions for this chapter which is not stated in your text. So today we are going to discuss such questions. So the first question is the decimal expansion of a rational number 43 by 2 raised to 4 into 5 raised to 3 will terminate after how many decimal places? So for such type of questions, what you should do is you have to first check whether the given number is in simplest form or not. Simplest form means in the sense there should be no common factor between your numerator and denominator. That is your first step. Second step is to make your denominator as powers of 10. That means what you should do is check for the highest exponent of 2 or 5. If the highest exponent, whatever it is, you should make the other number also with the same exponent. Okay? And then you can have at the denominator, it will be 10 and its power. That means it will be the powers of 10. Okay? And the power of 10 will be considered as that after decimal places, that decimal expansion will terminate after how many places. Okay? So see the first question, 43 by 2 raised to 4 into 5 raised to 3. Now in this question, whether 43 is your prime number itself? Yes. So it won't have any common factor between your denominators. Okay? So check for the next step. Your next step was what? You have to check for the highest exponent. Now we have 2 raised to 4 and 5 raised to 3. We know that if the denominator is of the form 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m, it will terminate. But I have to check how many decimals. Okay. Now the highest exponent is what? It is 4. And what is the exponent of 5 here? It is 3. So to make the exponent of 5 as 4, what should I do? I have to multiply it by 4. Sorry, I have to multiply it by 1 more 5. Okay. So what should be done is that 5 should be multiplied to your numerator and denominator so that your equality remains the same. So my numerator it becomes 43 into 5 divided by 2 raised to 4 into 5 raised to 4. Now numerator no need to simplify, keep it as it is as 43 into 5 itself. Denominator you write it as 2 into 5 bracket raised to 4. That is same as your 10 raised to 4. Okay, so we have made the denominator as powers of 10. And hence, what we can say is the decimal expansion will terminate after 4 decimal places. Hope this question it is clear. Okay. Next is, after how many decimal places will the decimal expansion of 6295 by 2 into 5 raised to 3 terminate? The same type of question, but listen, see what is the numerator? 6295. Okay, and denominator you have 5 raised to 3. So whether can I cancel it? Because it is not in the simplest form. So our very first step is to make it into simplest form. So it will be what? If I divide 115, I'll be getting 1259 by 2 raised to 1 into 5 raised to 2. Okay, now this is in the simplest form. Now what is our next step? Next step is to make the denominators exponent same and that too to the highest exponent. Now here the highest exponent of the denominator is what? 2. Okay, that means in order to make the exponent of 2 as 2, I have to multiply your numerator and denominator by 2. So I'll be getting it as 1259 into 2 divided by 2 square into 5 square. So denominator I'll be having again 10 square. It is the power of 10, and hence the given decimal expansion will terminate after 2 decimal places. Just check what is the exponent of 10. That will be your answer. It comes only for 1 mark. Okay. Next is the same type of question. It is given here. Previously it was expressed as prime factors. Now here it is given as 15 by 1600. So first, either you can simplify it in the simplest form and write the denominator it in your prime factors. Now here first I have found the prime factors. Okay. And then you can divide that 5. That 5 is the common multiple for your numerator and denominator. So after simplifying, I will get it as 3 divided by 2 raised to 6 into 5 raised to 1. Okay. Now what is the highest power of the denominator? It is 6, and 5, it is 5 raised to 1. So to make the exponent same, your 5 should be multiplied with what? It should be multiplied with 5 raised to 5. Okay? And hence, we are multiplying your numerator and denominator to 5 raised to 5. So I'll be getting it as 3 into 5 raised to 5 by 2 raised to 6 into 5 raised to 5. 5 raised to 6. Sorry. So whether denominators are having the same exponents, yes, the maximum exponents again. So I can express the denominator as 10 raised to 6. Okay, that means your decimal expansion will terminate after 6 decimal places. Is that clear? Hope this type of questions are clear. How to check is after how many decimal powers it will. Okay. Now, the next question is, show that the numbers 143 and 187 are not co-prime. First, what are the co-prime numbers? Co-prime numbers are the numbers whose HCF, your highest common factor, is 1. That means they don't have any common factor between them. Only then we say that they are a co-prime numbers. For example, if I take 2 and 15. Yes, 2 is a prime number, but 15 is not a prime. But what is the HCF of 2 and 15? There is no common factor. So with only common factor is 1. So 2 and 15 are co-prime. It is not necessary that both the numbers should be prime. Is that clear? Now 4 and 15, are they co-prime? No. Yes? No or yes? 4 factors are what? 2 and 2 into 2. And 15, it is 3 into 5. So is there any common factor? No. That means 4 and 15 are co-prime numbers. Okay? Because they don't have common factor between them. Only common factor is what? 1. Even though 4 and 5 are not prime numbers. Is that clear? So it is not necessary that the numbers should be a prime numbers. Okay? So now here 143, I can express it as 11 into 13. And 187 is 11 into 17. So do they have any common factor? Yes. The common factor between them is 11. Okay? And hence the HCF of 143 and 187 is 11. And therefore they are not co-prime numbers. Clear? Next, determine the value of m and n so that the prime factorization of 10,500 is expressible as 2 raised to m into 3 into 5 raised to n into 7. I have to find the values of m and n so that 10,500 can be expressed as the given prime factors. So what is your aim? Find the prime factors of 10,500. See, it's easy. You know that 105 into 100 I can do. 100 is nothing but your 10 into 10. That is 2 into 5 into 2 into 5. 105 is what? It is nothing but 15 sevens are 105. So 15 I can write it as 3 into 5 into 7 and again that 2 into 5 into 2 into 5. Okay, no need to do it by the other methods and all. See whether in the simplest form you can do. Okay, so that it will reduce your time. So you will get the product of prime as 2 raised to 2 into 3 raised to 1 into 5 raised to 3 into 7 raised to 1. Now just compare this and the one given to us. So whether value of m will be 2 and value of n will be 3. Okay, is that clear? Next is find the largest number which divides 70 and 125, leaving the same remainders 5 and 8 respectively. This is very important question. Okay, see, find the largest number which will divide 70 and 125. Which will divide, that means whether you have to find HCF or LCM, it should divide 70 and 125. That means I have to find HCF. Okay, there you don't have any confusion. Okay, now what is the question is leaving the remainders 5 and 8 respectively. If this is the question, then the required number is what? You have to find the HCF of first number is your 70. So after dividing 70, my remainder is 5. So I have to find first 70 minus 5. Similarly, find 125 minus 8. Okay, and its HCF is the required number. Okay, so important question it is. It is what? Find first 70 minus 5. That is the number that 70 minus 5 I have to find and 125 minus 8 and then find what is the HCF. So the numbers of which we have to find HCF is 65 and 117. 65 can be expressed as 5 into 13 and 117 again can be expressed as it is 9 into 13, that is 3 into 3 into 13. So what is the HCF? HCF is 13. So the required largest number that will divide 70 and 125, leaving the remainders 5 and 8 is 13. Hope this is clear. Same type of question. Find the largest number which divides 31 and 99, leaving the remainders 5 and 8. Same type. Okay, so what to do here? I have to find first 31 minus 5 and 99 minus 8 and its HCF will be the required answer. So after subtracting, I have to find HCF of 26 and 91. So 26 can be expressed as 2 into 13 and 91 can be expressed as 7 into 19. So the HCF is 13 and hence the required largest number is 13. Hope this is clear. Okay.